Hello sim fans, race fans, RC fans, Racing 393 again. I look at that picture. That picture is amazing. I like that. Those that know my videos and things, I am a Formula One fan. Always have been. For its highs and lows. It's just I've always took notice. I've watched the Formula One season since I don't know when I can remember watching it, from probably '85 all the way till today. So I've watched it all my life. If it's been live, I've watched it, or a recording of it if I couldn't watch it live itself. And as you see on the picture there, you can see just below me the era. For me personally, now this is very subjective. Everyone is going to have their own personal opinion on what they think is the best era of Formula One, but mine, somewhere around 1990-ish, maybe the late 80s, to about mid 90s. Towards like the top, maybe 97, something like that. That sort of span, for me, was my favourite era of Formula One. Now I've seen lots and lots of Formula One back in the day, in the 70s, early 80s, and yeah, it's a different beast, if I'm honest. Still, it depends which way you look at it. I mean, I can't remember the 70s. I was born in the 70s, but I can't remember the racing in the 70s. Very vague memories of certain things. Like, I'm trying to think now. What do I remember? I can remember the Gilles Villeneuve crash. Now, I don't know if that was live on telly or that was just because it was pretty serious, super serious, and it was on the news and in the papers. I seem to remember that incident quite vividly, but I don't remember that season. So there you go. So this for me, we'll get back on track now. 1992, particularly on this video here, we've got four fantastic looking and fantastic sounding cars. Before you, I don't know that I can't see the order of the cars from where I'm looking, but we'll go through them. We've got a Ferrari F92 AT. That's from about 1990. Well, it is from 1992. A McLaren MP47, 4-7, depends where you want to say it. 92 again. These are all 92. We've got a Leighton House, or I think they were rebranded March. That's a CG911B, and a Tyrrell 020B. Now, these cars are all from ASR Formula, and I'll put a link again in the description for that. The reason I'm doing this video is not really, I suppose, to showcase all four cars, because I think that's a bit... although they've got their own sounds, handling characteristics, etc, etc, there probably won't be a lot different in them. Not to watching a video on them. To feel and the sort of the force feedback and the way the car drives, power, when you change gear, yeah, that would be different for all four cars. But to showcase the 1992 season, if you like, again, these four cars are the what am I trying to say here? These four cars are the most recent updates that ASR Formula have done. Now, the updates are very small from the original version. I think I was on, for example, on the McLaren, I think I was on version 0.6. I think the March actually was Leighton House 0.1, and so on. So these iterations, as opposed to what I was using, there isn't a huge amount. it's mainly skins. There are some physics updates, graphical updates, and font updates on the wording on the cars, just to make them more realistic. So it's not a comparison to what was previously and what they're like now. I'm just going to jump in any one of these cars and we'll have a little scoot round a track like I usually do in Assetto Corsa, showcasing one of those cars in my opinion, one of the best eras in my lifetime, nevertheless, of Formula 1 Grand Prix racing. So yeah, without further ado, I'm not sure what car to hop into yet, so I'll keep you in suspense just for a few seconds whilst I actually make a decision of which one I want to go in. I'll go around a track that's also apt for the 92 season. So let's hop in. And here we are. We're in the March. At Imola. The era of this track we're at the moment is 1988. It wouldn't be a million miles off from where, you know, these cars would have run. So we've got a H pattern, which is on my right. I'm going to give it a go. At the pits. Right.
Pit exit's clear.
So, wow. So straight away, you get a feeling of nostalgia. Bit of head and toe. Car feels, even at this early stage, really drivable. Those backfires are a bit loud in my ear. But the car feels very, very controllable. Wide there, but yeah, bit of left foot braking downhill. A little bit of push, a little bit of oversteer. Left foot braking. So, really drivable, very smooth. But maybe would it feel a bit harsher than this? I think back in the day, the cameras weren't as good. So the onboard cameras were very, very jumpy and jerky, but I still feel that the ride would be a much, much harsher. A bit wide there. I mean, takes a lot of concentration and much to my enjoyment of how this actually feels at speed. Lots of concentration needed. Oh, we've hit the arm cone. probably damaged the car. That was quite realistic. Let me
Forget about that. It'll probably just polish out.
it might do. But I'm gonna go back to the pits. One of the things that is apparent is I can't change gear. Pretty totally cocked the engine up there. What I was going to say was in these days, 1992, you sit quite high, although you are low on the ground. By today's standards, you sit quite high up and exposed in the cockpit. But I think I might have damaged the engine.
Mind these track limits, please, Dean.
You've got to be quite accurate with your gear changes. And with the heel and toe. When you get to really push this car, it comes into its own on the simulator. Right. Without damaging the car or the engine, let's see, let's just put it through its paces for this final lap. Nice. Very analog, over revving there a little bit.
Sector 1 time is good.
Down the hill, downhill braking. The brake discs are glowing nicely as I hit that curb. Super loud overrun and backfire. This is hard work actually. Chicane. A little bit wide on exit. Super concentrating.
Quick.
Got a downhill braking zone. Nicely in that time. A bit wide on the exit. Understeer. Come on. Left foot braking. Final corner. Over the line.
Your lap time was 1:38.9. Good lap. That's your quickest today.
So let's have a look at the replay. So here's the replay of that final lap. I'm going to do a bit of it under normal speed. I think I'll do this bit around Tamburello. And then we'll do a last little bit of the race. Not the race, it's not a race, is it? The lap. Slow-mo. Down the main straight. Listen to that engine. Screaming. Very bumpy. Very spectacular. This is worth its weight in gold. Wow. Wow. Over the bump. So I've just slowed it down a little bit there. We'll do a little bit of the lap under slow-mo, so you can sort of see the car at work. What an amazing car! Oh my god! So the improvements that ASR have done, which is there's some graphical ones which say it looks better. Sound. There's some, not all those cars at the beginning there all have physical updates with the physics, but it doesn't actually say what it was. But this one had, I believe, physics update, sound update, and graphical. So it had a few more drivers of that era who drove this car with the liveries or sponsorships that they would have brought with them on the rounds that they did. Yeah, I mean, that has got to be one of the most enjoyable race laps, sim laps I've done for quite a while. Anything that involves these historic race cars, Formula 1 cars from around 1992 is absolutely sublime. And if anyone out there hasn't had a go at the ASR cars yet, then, and you're into Formula 1, then I suggest that you get on that website and start downloading. There are some free content on there, but for the most up-to-date iterations you need to pay €4.99. I've done that and paid my way to get the most up-to-date cars. Of the 4 that you see at the beginning of the video, all those have been updated in October, and this is one of them. I did whack my elbow actually when I was playing that hurt, but the actual concentration, force feedback, and the game itself, this track, that car, if you want that F1 experience from that era, wow. I mean, to race online with these cars, with friends or whatever that are capable of driving these cars quickly and cleanly, I suppose that must be a one hell of experience, if I'm honest with you. A bit wide there on exit. But you could feel the car at the whites. It doesn't sound as loud. Excuse me. It doesn't sound as loud as when it sounds out car normal pace, when it's screaming at you in the earphones. The backfires are extreme. I don't know whether it would actually sound like that when he was in the car driving. However, the replay and when you drive the car, it kind of links together how spectacular it is. I mean, this looks spectacular, and when you drive it, it mimics what you look here, so your brain sort of fills that gap in between real reality or simulation. Yeah, really good. As you can see, I'm quite pumped about this. It wasn't really, well, it isn't about lap times, it's about an experience, and I'll be quite honest with you, that was one of the best experiences that I've had for a long time. So let me just quickly summarise while we pause that about there. So that there was the updated Leighton House March from ASR Formula, €4.99, upgraded to liveries. There's about 3 or 4 drivers for that car, for that era, who all bought their own into the sport, their own sponsors. So some of the drivers got a very plain car where they must have just put some money in to have that couple of races, whatever round it was. I think this, well, who's this? I can't remember who the driver was. So there's the car, but I can't see the driver's name on it. Powered by Imola. I don't know. Yeah, that may be a... Did that car have the driver's name? It should be down there, shouldn't it? As you can probably also guess, this is where I get my thumbnail from. Yeah, so anyway, the driver, Dispetti, or is it? It wouldn't be a... Is it Paul? There's another English. I think there's an English driver. I think he was English, but he from what I can gather, they didn't bring a lot of sponsor to the car and didn't do that many rounds. But some drivers brought a lot of these sponsors with them. Not everything, but the sort of the main ones. Maybe that one there, or this one, Rizzler. I don't know. But this car was probably funded by the driver most of the time. The team never really had much money at their disposal to sort of warrant running a fully paid F1 drive in this sort of era. So a lot of the drivers were expected, in the lower teams at least, to bring their own sort of sponsors or money, etc., to the team. So yeah, fantastic. So I liked it. If you like your F1 from '92, then definitely go for this. As like I say, there's a link in the description, and yeah, nothing else to say other than get out there and enjoy your Formula One. So I hope you enjoyed it. I appreciate you all listening. Thanks for watching. 198 subscribers, not bad. Waiting for the big 200. Don't know what I'm going to do there. Nothing probably. And enjoy your day, and thanks for watching. Bye for now.